Hey loves, welcome in. Grab a seat, relax. I've got my practice hand here, and tonight I'm showing you how to apply press-on nails step by step. But you already know. While we do nails, I've got a murder mystery for you. This one takes place in a little nail salon on a chilly Friday night in 2012. So, let's get into it. It was November 16th, 2012, around 7:45 p.m., and the place was Bella Lux Nails in Houston, Texas. The salon was almost empty, except for two nail techs closing up and one last client, a woman named Jasmine, who came in for a quick set before a date night. Start buffing and prepping the fake hand. Now, while I prep the nails here, just like they prepped Jasmine's, let me show you, always push back cuticles and wipe the surface clean. This is what keeps your press-ons lasting for days instead of popping off in 24 hours. As Jasmine sat down, the salon door jingled. A man walked in. Hood pulled low, hands in his pockets. The nail tech, Maria, thought it was strange because they were about to close. Meanwhile, Jasmine was picking out her nail shape, almond, just like this one here. Line up your press-ons in front of the fake hand. See how I size these press-ons to fit wall to wall? Same thing they did that night, except they had no idea danger was about to walk in. Maria started gluing Jasmine's set, one finger at a time. But the man didn't sit, he just stood near the polished wall, staring. She applied the thumb, then the index. By the time she got to the ring finger, Jasmine noticed the reflection in the glass. The man had pulled something shiny from his jacket. Apply nails on the fake hand, holding firmly for 10-15 seconds. Quick nail tip, hold the press-on down for about 15 seconds, just like I'm doing here. This makes them last so much longer. Anyway, back to the salon. Maria froze. The man demanded the cash box. Jasmine kept whispering to Maria, "Just do what he says." But here's the creepy part. When Maria handed over the money, he didn't leave. Instead, he leaned down, looked Jasmine dead in the eye, and said, "Nice nails." Then he vanished into the night. File and apply a shiny top coat. Just like this top coat finishes the look, that strange comment finished the night. Police never found him. The money was gone, but so was something else, Jasmine's purse with her ID and keys inside, and to this day, no one knows why he cared about her nails. Now tell me, would you ever go back to that salon after something like that? Drop your answer in the chat. I'm curious who's brave enough. Oh, and if you're wondering about these press-ons I used for the demo, everything I practice with is linked right in my bio, so you can peek later if you're curious. The police arrived within 20 minutes of the robbery, their radios crackling in the cold Houston air. The flashing red and blue lights bounced off the salon's glass windows, making the fresh polished bottles on the wall shimmer eerily. Maria was shaking as she gave her statement, and Jasmine sat in the corner clutching her unfinished nails, one hand perfect and the other bare. That unfinished set would later become a key detail. Detectives noticed something strange. While the cash box was gone, nothing else in the salon had been touched. Expensive equipment sat out, untouched. Even Maria's personal purse sitting under the counter wasn't taken. Only Jasmine's purse and the cash. It was too targeted to be random. Back on my fake hand, I'm sealing this almond-shaped set with a top coat, and it reminds me, Jasmine kept saying she wanted, like she'd heard it while walking into another salon months earlier. That hint led them to check nearby businesses, but no cameras caught his face clearly. Now, while I file down this side of the press-on, think about this. What if the man wasn't after the money at all? What if the purse, with Jasmine's ID and address, was the real prize? The idea chilled detectives. They advised her not to stay home alone. By the way, while I'm telling this story, a lot of people have been asking where I get my nails and gloss from. They're actually from a site that sells press-on nails that look like a salon set and lip glosses that keep your lips soft and shiny all day. Super easy, super affordable. You can check them out anytime. The link is in my bio. A week later, something even stranger happened. Jasmine's neighbor spotted a figure lingering near her apartment door late at night. By the time security arrived, he was gone. But scratched into the paint on her door was a single word: nails. Maria, meanwhile, couldn't shake the man's comment in the salon. Nice nails. It replayed in her head as she worked on other clients. She even started refusing late appointments, terrified the man would return. The salon's business dropped. Who wanted to book a fill-in at a place tied to a violent robbery? The detectives eventually linked the timeline back to a string of robberies across Houston nail salons. 3 in total. But in none of the other cases did the suspect make a comment about the client's nails or steal a purse. Only Jasmine's case stood out. And here's where it gets even darker. 2 months later, Jasmine disappeared. She never showed up for work, her apartment door left unlocked. Inside, her unfinished press-on set sat on the coffee table, one hand still bare, just like the night of the robbery. To this day, Jasmine's case remains unsolved. Police never identified the hooded man, and the trail went cold. The only clues? A missing purse, a chilling compliment, and a set of half-finished nails. Weeks after Jasmine vanished, the nail salon became something of a ghost town. Bella Luxe nails, once full of chatter and the buzz of electric files, now echoed with silence. Maria tried her best to keep things normal, but she admitted to police that every time the doorbell jingled, her heart dropped into her stomach. Detectives canvassed nearby pawn shops, hoping the thief had tried to sell Jasmine's purse or belongings. Nothing ever surfaced. The strangest part? Jasmine's credit cards were never used, not once. Whoever took her things didn't care about money. They cared about her. On my practice hand, I'm showing how to blend the edges of the press-ons with a buffer. Smooth edges make the nails look like they're growing right out of the hand. And that's exactly what Jasmine's mother said about her daughter's nails. They always looked natural, always polished. It was her signature. That detail made police wonder, did the killer fixate on Jasmine because of her nails? 3 months into the investigation, Bella Luxe Nails had to close early one evening after someone slipped an envelope under the door. Inside was a single press-on nail, painted blood red, and a note written in jagged handwriting. She didn't finish her set. Maria broke down crying when she saw it. The police bagged the nail, tested it for DNA, and came up empty. No fingerprints, no matches, no trail. Still, the timing and the symbolism made it clear. The case wasn't about money. It was about obsession. Meanwhile, Jasmine's apartment complex reported something odd. The maintenance man said he'd found glue residue on her bathroom sink, like someone had been applying or removing nails right before she disappeared. But Jasmine had been missing for days when he found it. Had someone else been there after she was gone? The story spread through Houston like wildfire. Other nail salons started locking their doors after 7 p.m., refusing last-minute clients. Women whispered about the nail shop stalker, and some even started avoiding nail salons altogether, switching to at-home press-ons for safety. Detectives circled back to Maria, pressing her for any detail she might have missed. That's when she remembered something chilling. The man's voice. When he said nice nails, he had an accent, a slight drawl, southern but rough, like someone who'd spent time in the streets. She was certain she'd heard it before, maybe as a walk-in customer months earlier. I'm sealing this demo set with a glossy top coat, because shine always brings the look to life. And that's exactly what the investigators were trying to do. Bring life back into this cold, fading case. But with no body, no suspect, and no motive beyond that haunting compliment, Jasmine's story faded into Houston's long list of unsolved mysteries. Still, Maria swears to this day that she sees him sometimes, a man with a hood standing across the street from whatever salon she works at. He never comes inside, he just waits